What do you mean by the voice of the client?
Well, there's a lot in it. I mean, let's start with some obvious things. You know, the client's a human being, and every client you meet is a different type of human being. And I recognize now, looking back over the years, that what I was feeling every day and what I was thinking every day was quite common. There were a common set of things I was feeling and thinking. So the first thing in terms of the voice of the client is, in preparation, is trying to sit back and figure out how's this particular individual going to be feeling, and how are they wired up, and what are they going to be thinking about. And then we go into the more obvious things, strategy. You know, where is this client's businesses in the markets? Have they got competitive advantage? How are they positioned for the future? How are they going to win? And all of those good insights. The other piece of voice of the client would be around the operational execution of the business. Its business model, its financial model, execution. How is it doing today? Another part of the voice of the client might be the rhythms and the relationships and the dynamics that's going on around the board table and the executive committee. What is the relationship with the major shareholders, the regulators, the directors? Is the board and the executive committee working in collaboration with the right culture? And there's a lot to the voice of the client, but I would start with the client as a human being. What do you think they are thinking about? What do you think they're feeling as I step into my meeting with them?
It's not necessarily a completely obvious place for people to go, is it?
No.
Not the thinking and feeling. Where, in your experience, Nick, I mean, you've guided lots of teams and you've and cultivated people. Where do you think people tend to go preparing?
Oh, they tend to go to the most obvious thing: what keeps you awake at night, or what are your biggest priorities, or, you know, kind of, frankly, simplistic, basic questions that you can find the answer to relatively easily. What is harder to understand, as you were saying, is that where are they in the rhythm of their year? Where are they in the rhythm of their results? Where are they in amongst their peers, as Mark was saying? Where are they in amongst their digital transformation, their sustainability journey, whatever the jargon is of now? But understanding that, understanding their role, understanding their personal ambitions, understanding where they see themselves fitting, how aligned are they to a power shift that's going on in the exec or the boardroom? These are the things that influence the client's mindset when you walk in the room. And if you haven't judged that, you haven't understood that, you haven't researched it way beyond the basics of what are the industry issues, what are the market issues, what are the corporate issues, what are the divisional issues, you've got to be beyond that. You've got to start to understand. If you can get to that level, you then have the best chance to get closer to Mark or closer to the client, to get further in. But if you haven't really prepared for that, you haven't really thought to that, forget your behavior on the day, forget all the other things we're going to come on and talk about. You're not going to get close.